What about this? What about that?
What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?
What about that? What about that? About that? What about this? What about this?
What about that? 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 What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?
What about that? About that? About that? What about this? About this?
What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?
What about that? What about that? About that? About that? What about this? What about this?
What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? What about this? What about this? What about this?
What about this?
What about that? What about that? What
What
about
about
that? What
that?
about
About
that?
that? About that? About that? And we are back. Peace, folk. Welcome back to another edition of the Popular Thought Series right here on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why y'all black asses are here. Tonight, we're doing something a little different, because we've been mixing it up on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page in the days of late. And tonight, man, we're going to be talking about exercising your rights. Yeah, that's right. We're going to be talking about exercising your rights, man, because you do have rights that you probably don't know you have. And we're going to go into it a little bit tonight. We probably won't get too in depth. I don't know. It all depends on how the stream, kind of moves along. But that's what we got going on tonight. But y'all know that when I start these streams, man, I always start the stream off, man, thanking you good folks, man, for your likes, your shares, your views, your subs, and of course, your hard earned pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces. Because I realize you don't have to do it, man. You don't have to show up to these goddamn streams, man. You don't have to like these videos. You don't have to sub to this channel. You don't have to share them, any of that. And you definitely don't have to drop your hard earned coins on this platform. But you good folk choose to do so, man. Night after night, week after week, man, you are here. All right. When you can be anywhere And I do not take you good folks lightly. I never have and I never will. You got my word on that. I'm humbled. I'm honored. I'm appreciative, man. And most importantly, man, I'm thankful, man, for all you good folks, man. I am. I'm thankful for everybody who comes here, everyone who watches these videos, everyone who comes, hangs out, and the people who participate, man, on the stream as well, man. I just am. All right. So I thank you. But let's get at it. Because y'all know before we do anything, we always start off with your favorite and my favorite part of the show, the old mama of the day. Yeah, the old mama of the day. And today, our old mama hails from Lexington. All right. And I'm going to let Mr. Smith and Lady Nancy explain it. Fair use.
Her son and daughter, Nikki James, appeared before a judge today.
The father of the two victims is distraught, running over in his mind the days before the tragedy. LEX18's Michael Burke has more on the case in tonight's Big Story at 5.
Hey, Ms. James, you're charged with 2 counts of murder.
Fayette District Court Judge Bruce Bell entered a not guilty plea on behalf of Nikki James, and he did not allow for bond. James is charged with 2 counts of murder after police say she stabbed her 2 children to death last week. Darrell Williams of Cincinnati is their father.
I lost something I love. So to grieve and to feel pain is what it's going to be. To handle the business, to go and keep my head intact and handle my business is the hard part.
Williams is now having to handle funeral arrangements for the 2 children he says he fought to see more of through increased visitation rights, but he said the system worked against him.
You can tell me how much I got to pay or the other person how much they got to pay. Well, how about splitting the responsibility? Hey, you got them half the year, you got them.
Darrell said all he wanted was more time with them. Now he's left with nothing but time to think about what happened the day after police reported nothing out of the ordinary during welfare checks that Williams had requested.
The longer I sit still, the harder it becomes. I mean, it's hard.
Nikki James will be back in court this Thursday for a preliminary hearing. In Lexington, Michael Burke, LEX18 News.
All right. Let's see. Let's have a look at our mama of the day. Let's read, shall we? Says here, Lexington, Kentucky, a woman is charged with the murders of her 2 children. She has pleaded not guilty. The judge entered the not guilty plea on 43-year-old Nikki James' behalf during her arraignment on Tuesday. There will be no bond. She is currently being held in the Fayette County Detention Center. James was booked on Monday, 1 week after she allegedly killed her 2 children, 13-year-old Dion and 5-year-old Skylar Williams, at an apartment on Rogers Road. According to her arrest citation, James was covered in blood when officers made contact with her outside of her home that night. The citation states that she told witnesses she killed her children. Since the murders, we learned police were called to the home 1 day prior for a welfare check. Isn't that something? You always hear that, CPS was there, the police was there a week ago, a day ago, and there was nothing to see there, so we left. And then tomorrow they killed the kids. But we continue. According to public records obtained by LEX18, someone from that address called dispatchers at 8:30 a.m. and said the complex has been stalking her and hacking into her phone. Here we go. Another damn mental case. Someone's always chasing them. Someone's always after them. Someone's always hacking their phone. Someone's always following them. It's the same old crap. We continue. One police unit showed up at 9:46 a.m., stayed for around 10 minutes, and then left. Another call came in around 8:28 p.m. from someone requesting a welfare check at the address because someone at the address said she was in a cult and was in fear of her life. Dispatcher notes say the caller mentioned the subject was at the address with her 2 children. 2 units went to the apartment for that call, arrived at 8:48 p.m., stayed about an hour, and then left. Due to the ongoing nature of this case, police were not able to share the details about what happened and why they left. They left because they didn't see but nothing. That's why they left. They don't have to explain it. They got there, and in their opinion, nothing was happening, so they left. I mean, what explanation do you need? We also learned James, who was renting an apartment on Rogers Road, was told her lease would not be renewed at the end of this month. Some believe she felt trapped and out of options. Yeah, because she was trapped and out of options, of course. What else? Kill the children. Why not? I'm out of options. Let me kill the kids. But we continue. It seemed to be a catalyst to a catastrophic event. So whatever might be, we don't know the situation that led up to it. But our hearts go out to the loved ones of the family, said Jarrell Paul. Mr. Paul is the vice chairman of the Central Kentucky Housing and Homeless Initiative and its chairman. Michael Wilson has some strong opinions about what happened and why. He believes the city could have done more to help. I mean, what was the city supposed to do? How would they have stopped her from killing her children? I hope he's talking about the fact that she wasn't going to get her lease renewed. All right. I mean, there's nothing the city could have done to stop this woman from killing her babies. I mean, what the hell? Whenever these women do some shit like that, there's always somebody talking about, oh, they should have had more help. They should have had this. They should have had that. How about she shouldn't have killed the damn kids? How about she shouldn't have done that? Jesus. But we continue. 2 children are ultimately killed by the mother as a result of what the mother went through throughout the process, he explained. James will be back in court on Thursday. Now, of course, whenever these women do something like this, and here she is here, Miss Nikki James. Now they say she was going through some things that they weren't going to renew her lease. You heard from the children's father if she felt overwhelmed and thought she was in a tight spot. The brother said, he had been fighting to get access to the children previously. And that's what I don't understand. These women will do all this shit to keep brothers from being with the children, and then they'll turn around and kill them. If you were going through tough times, why not give the children to the brother? Why not? I guess it makes more sense to kill them instead. They would rather kill these babies than give these babies to their damn father. They'd rather kill the kids instead. That makes more sense. And now these babies is dead, and here she is in front of us. And it looks like to me she's got something wrong with her neck. She might have made a weak attempt to try to kill herself, but you notice how when they killed the children, they never killed themselves. Why not just kill yourself? Why kill the babies? The children never survived the attack, but somehow they always survive the attack. Because they don't really want to kill themselves, man. They don't want to kill themselves. They don't have the guts. They want to take it out on the children as if it's their fault for whatever freaking predicament they're in. It's the children's fault, not hers, not the way she lived her life, not the decisions she's made for her and the children. No, it's the children's fault. Isn't that something? But we got a bonus today on the old Mama of the Day segment. because we've been updated. Remember, I brought y'all this story here of the 10-year-old girl who was arrested for shooting a woman who was in a fight with her mother. If y'all can recall, I believe the lady's name is Lucretia Isaac is her name. Lucretia Isaac is her name. And remember, she got into a fist fight with Miss Shawn Rogers. And her life was ended by Lucretia Isaac's daughter, because Miss Lucretia Isaac here handed her daughter a pistol, and the child reached into the bag and shot LaShawn Rogers with the pistol twice in the head. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. Let's get this out of here, because we have a picture, I believe, of the crime scene. But you know, this is T.P.O.T. We have a picture. See if I can bring it up. There it is. There it is. Y'all see that? Are y'all seeing that? Now, I'm not sure if this picture was taken before the incident or after the incident. I'm not sure. But this is the 10-year-old girl, daughter of Miss Lucretia Isaac. It's her with the pistol. And I say again, I'm not sure if it's before she shot the woman or after. And from what I understand, what's good, Brother Taylor? I see you up there, brother. I like I said, I'm not sure if this was right before the incident or right after, but you can clearly see. What's good, brother? New York YouTube Bloods. You can clearly see the 10-year-old child with the pistol. Now, I don't know about y'all, but to me, this child looks really comfortable holding this pistol. She holding that shit like it's a video game. She got it all the way up here. But she looks really comfortable. She doesn't look scared. She's not holding it like she's afraid. She looks really comfortable holding that pistol, doesn't she? And from what I understand, she actually said, "You shouldn't have messed with my mama." Those were her words. This child knew exactly what she was doing. Now, I don't know if this woman behind her is her mother. I'm not sure. I want to say it is because of the hairdo and the color of the shirt, but it may not be. But if it is her, you can actually see how much distance is behind that child and that woman. And it doesn't look like this woman is trying to stop this child from doing this. Not to me. Doesn't look like she's trying to stop this child or reaching out like, don't do that or nothing. And I say again, this child looks really comfortable with this gun. She doesn't look afraid. She doesn't look worried. She looks pretty focused. But I say again, and I said it the night that I brought y'all this story, I don't blame the kid totally. I blame our old mammy. Because why would you hand a 10-year-old child a gun while you're in the midst of fighting? Why? What would make you do that? This woman is reckless, okay? And she raised a reckless child. This child's life is ruined. Her life is ruined. Because think about it. Even when this child becomes an adult, would you want her living next door to you? Would you want her around you? Would you want her around your kids, your grandkids, your anything? Brother Perfect Black, what's good with it, man? I see you up there, brother. This child's life is ruined. And I blame her old black ass mama. She might be a pregnant, brother A Truism. Who knows? She might be pregnant at 10 years old. Who knows? Probably by a mama's boyfriend. More than likely. Don't get me started. This ain't an old mama show. Don't get me started. Yeah, but I just want to bring y'all that update. Give y'all a twofer. You know? And we will be watching this story because I want to see how this pans out. I want to see what happens. I want to see where this child ends up. I do think they're going to lock her up, though. I mean, she's already in juvenile detention somewhere. I mean, she murdered somebody. She shot that woman in the head twice and then said, you shouldn't have messed with my mama. So the child was well aware of what she was doing. All right. She been raised by this old black ass mammy to not have any respect for adults, to not stay out of adults' business. I mean, so just another classic case, man, of these women ruining these children's lives, man. That's all it is. But yeah, that's the update, man. Y'all got a special edition of the old mama of the day today, Negroes. But yeah, let's get at it because tonight I want to talk to you about your rights and your rights to not be shot in the head by one of these old mammies degenerates. Oh, nah. No. Tonight, I want to show y'all something, man, because, you know, I watch these auditors at times. You know, these people, they're auditors. You know, they go around with cameras and, you know, they go to public buildings. You know, they go to police stations. They go to the post office. They go, you know, to all these places that, of course, are supported by taxpayer dollars. And what they do is, you know, they just kind of walk around and film. And usually when they're filming, someone usually approaches them and says, oh man, why you filming? You know, why you doing this? Why you doing that? And Unbeknownst to these people who approach them, whether it be the police or security or someone who works there, unbeknownst to them that these people are doing something that's a constitutionally protected right. And I bet you a lot of y'all didn't know that either. You have freedom of press, and it is not to be impeded. All right. It's actually in the Constitution where you can literally film anything that you can see. If you can see it, you can film it, especially if you're on public property. Now, I know we live in the days now, where people are always filming stuff and, things go viral and they're on World Star and also kind of foolishness. But if you're walking around with your camera or your camera phone, you are allowed to film anything that's in public. You're allowed to film people who work for the public service like police, firemen, people of that nature. You are allowed to film these people because they work for the public. They are public servants. Now, of course, the police don't like you filming them, but there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. As long as you're not impeding their investigation, it's perfectly legal for you to film them. And not only is it perfectly legal for you to film them, if you are on public property, you can film whatever you can see. Even things that are private. If you can see it, you're allowed to film it. But I want to show y'all something. I want y'all to take a look at this. And we'll talk about it I'm going to be stopping it and things like that. But we're going to talk about it, all right? Let's go. Fair use.
What is your name?
Ben?
From the beginning, the security guards were out of their league.
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Correct.
What's your date of birth, Ben?
Why do you need my date of birth?
What is your date of birth? Do you want to come in this building?
Yeah, I have business to conduct, ma'am. I just don't see why this is not Nazi Germany. I don't see why I would need to
What's
give
your date of birth? I need your address.
my address and my date of birth.
Yes.
For what, ma'am? I don't understand. Do you have a supervisor I could speak with?
Yes, she does. And the supervisor is also in a grumpy mood.
Sir, please put the phone away, please. You're not allowed to video or tape.
Now notice, the supervisor comes out, she got on her badge. And the first thing she says is, turn the camera off. You're not allowed to film in here. But we continue.
I'm sorry?
Please put it away.
Why
I'm
can't
asking
I
you nicer because there's a sign posted outside that you can't do that in here.
why can't I record in here?
Here. Who are you here to see, the county clerk?
I'm here to see the county clerk. I have business to conduct. I have to do a public records request. Me being hurt.
Do you have anything on you
I have
that you can show us your name?
no.
So we can let you in.
I don't have anything with my name.
Okay.
I don't have it. I
Hold
want
on.
to.
Please just stay here.
Yeah, no problem. Ridiculous.
While the supervisor gets another supervisor,
Put that off.
I'm not turning anything off, ma'am.
You are turning it off.
I'm not turning it off, ma'am. The biggest hypocrite.
And see, this is the thing. When they're telling you, don't film me in public, when people are saying, oh, don't film me. I've said this many, many times before, man. And y'all can look this up for yourselves. When you leave your damn house, especially when you go downtown or down on the to the mall or in the gas station or something like that, another public place, you're probably being filmed somewhere between 25 and 27 times on average. Every time you're out, whether it be security systems on businesses, traffic cameras, people's Ring doorbells, cameras on ATMs. I mean, you're being filmed all the time. There's nothing you can do about it. So if you see somebody walking down a public street filming you, the only thing you can literally do is put a bag over your face. You can't stop them from filming you if you're in a public place. You cannot stop them. You cannot. Because there is no expectation of privacy in public. There is none. And something else that always baffles me. You have these people who say, oh, don't film me, don't film me. But you look around like what you see here. You look around in these buildings, there's cameras all over the place. There's cameras everywhere. But they have a problem with your camera. There's cameras all over the building. And see what it is. I don't think people have a problem with the camera. Because these same people who say, oh, don't film me, don't film me. Go to their damn Facebook page. They got 999,000 pictures and videos of themselves. So these people do not have any problem with a camera. They just want to be the person holding it. They want to be in control of the coverage. These people don't have problems with cameras, man. Like I said, go to their Facebook page. Go to their Instagram. They got 9,000 pictures of themselves. 9,000 videos. But they see you filming. Oh, man, why you filming me? Your answer is because I can. I say again, you have no expectation of privacy when you are in the public. If you don't want people to film you, put a bag over your face. Put a bag over your whole damn body. You know, like one of them big old 50-pound burlap potato sacks. And cut the eyes out of them. That's about all you can do. And it don't just go for private citizens. It goes for cops, firemen, anybody else. Especially people who work a job that is taxpayer funded. But we continue.
Of them all. They're always recording us, but the minute we record them, it's an issue.
Outside, another supervisor with an attitude.
Can I get your name?
Say it, or
Is that Brodsky? Brodsky? See, this is why it's more polite to tell somebody their name. So I can't enter in a public building and conduct services without showing some sort of government ID. That sounds like Nazi Germany to me, not the United States of America. Under whose authority?
It's a county building. It's a policy of the building.
It's a policy of the building.
Of the county. This building needs ID in order to go in.
Can you show me the policy? Where is the policy?
I don't have it on me, but that is the policy.
So you're enforcing a policy that you can't even show me.
Is on there.
You're enforcing a policy you can't even show me.
There's a sign, so you can take that too, please.
Where?
Please have picture ID that you can show the public.
This is a taxpayer-funded ID. I'm trying to conduct business. But is that you don't need an ID to vote for the president of the United States, but yet you need an ID to enter in some county building? That doesn't even make any sense.
With the police on their way back inside, the first supervisor said it was like flying.
If you were to get on the airplane, would you be able to get in without your driver's license?
No, because that's a private company.
Okay.
That's why.
Hi. So we have a gentleman here, and you can talk to him.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Reyes calmly explained the issue to the two officers and security supervisor.
And they always end up calling the fucking police. Like, that always happens. They are always going to call the police on you. That's a given. That's a given that they're going to call the police on you. So if you plan on doing this, be prepared for that. What's good, brother Big Pontiac? I see you up there. Brother Stoic, I see you up there too, brothers. What's good with it? Yeah, that's a given. That is a given.
Here to see the county clerk, and because I don't have ID and I won't show ID, they're denying me public services.
Okay.
And at that point, I feel like my constitutional rights are being violated by the public safety here. This is a public building. Just because it's been a policy for a long time, that means nobody's come here to challenge that policy. And that's what I'm doing here today. That's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm challenging that policy because it's unconstitutional.
The officer
That's what it
pointed to the sign.
The sign is right here. It must show.
It's sir,
building.
Sir, officer, it's an unconstitutional policy. You and your partner took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Right now,
Yeah, we understand that, he said.
Now, somebody is in violation of that Constitution, and all you're doing is allowing it to happen.
The officer said Reyes was risking a trespassing citation.
You're not leaving, and they gotta have you on the trespass form. You'll be getting arrested for trespass.
Okay, so are you going to give me a trespass? Am I being trespassed in the building?
We got a trespass form. You have to sign. That's it.
Okay, great. I'll do that. Yep.
Right, no problem.
So we'll go ahead and do that route. Big mistake. You guys are opening yourself up to civil litigation here. Okay. Big mistake. But I'll take that trespass form.
Yeah, no problem.
Back outside, within minutes, Police Sergeant Thomas McDonough arrived.
Hey, how you doing today, Sergeant? Yeah, so I wanted to speak with you because I'm being trespassed from this building.
Okay.
I'm trying to conduct business. I'm a journalist. I'm trying to conduct business here by doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
Okay.
Sergeant McDonough was calm and tried to clarify things.
And notice how many police they bring on the scene for something like this. Like, you're talking about a guy with a fucking camera, for Christ's sakes. They got like 5, 6 cops out there for a guy with a camera. But we continue.
They're saying if you show them government ID,
I would be able to. Correct. That's what they're saying. And what I'm saying is that's unconstitutional. And I understand we might have difference of opinion, but the reason why I'm here today is to challenge that unconstitutional policy and that has authorization.
Certain parts of the building you're not allowed to go.
No, just you're not allowed to go into the building at all without a government issued ID.
All right, I'm gonna go speak to them.
All right, thanks, Sergeant. Appreciate it.
As the sergeant went inside, Reyes tried to get the name of one of the more defiant officers.
Hey, sir, I don't think I just got your name and badge number. Hey, sir. Sir.
Check your camera.
Can I get your name and badge number? Check your camera. Is that your name? Check your camera. All right. Thanks, officer. Check your camera. Appreciate it.
Now, what you see now is something called failure to identify. What y'all don't know is that any goddamn cop that engages you, whether you're doing something criminal or not, if he engages you, it is most police operations policy. They have to identify if you ask them. If you ask them their name and badge number, most police organizations, it is their policy that they have to identify. They've engaged you. They are a public servant. If you ask them name, badge number, they are supposed to verbalize it if they've engaged you. That is their policy. Theirs. Remember that. We continue.
In nearly every U.S. police department, uniformed officers are required to identify themselves when asked.
They are required to identify themselves when they are asked. When someone asks, again, they are required to do it. Required. Remember that. Name, badge number, copper. All right? I think it's the policy even if they don't engage you. Depending on what jurisdiction you're in. You can walk right up to him if he's standing on the beat and ask him his name and his badge number. Your tax dollars pay for these guys. Their tax dollars do not pay for your job. unless you work for the city too. But your tax dollars pay for these guys. It pays for his uniform. It pays for his gun. It pays for the car he drives. It does. It pays his freaking salary. That's right, Brother Stoic. They are public servants. Your tax dollars pay for these people. And guess what? That building behind this cop is a county building. Your tax dollars pay for that too. It pays for the pens, the pencils, the paper, the chairs, the lobby. It paid for it getting built. It pays the salary of the people who work inside of it. Your dollars pay for the property. There is no such thing as a public county building or a private county building. There is no such thing as a private state building. There's no such thing. If it's town, if it's county, if it's state, it is public property. It is not private. I say again, your tax dollars and mine pay for these things. Do not let their lack of knowledge of these things intimidate you. Because the reason why they pull this crap is because, see, they don't understand. But we continue.
Check your camera. That's probably why you're not Sergeant. Check your camera, right? That's probably why.
Note to officers, cameras have a zoom lens.
Officer Thurston 4008.
A short time later, while Sergeant McDonough was inside,
Unprofessional.
Officer Thurston defended the building's policy.
You show ID.
Maybe this won't be the policy next week. Maybe it won't be the policy
It is right now.
Okay.
It is right now. All right.
Great. You're right. It is. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it constitutional.
Maybe not, but that's their policy right now. You want to know who walks in and out of the building, especially when you're looking for information.
Because when you're looking for information, the government should know who you are. No. And within...
No. Exactly. No. The government doesn't have a right to know who the fuck you are. Because technically, when you're walking around this building, because it is paid for by taxpayers' dollars, technically you are on public property, not private property. Even inside the fucking building, you are on public property, not private. The only places you are not free to go is places where it says employees only, restricted areas, things of that nature. But you are on public property when you go to these places, folks. Don't let these people tell you anything different because they are ignorant of the law. Ignorant to what is private and what is public. But we continue.
And Sergeant McDonough told Reyes he was right and was clear to go inside without a name.
Notice the sergeant comes out. Now his underlings are dickheads. And they are ignorant to the law. Policy does not trump law, folk. Remember that. Policy does not trump your rights. People feeling uncomfortable does not trump your rights. You have rights that you walk around with every day as a citizen of this damn country. And I know y'all looking at this now and y'all may think this is just some trivial stuff, but it's not. And you're right, Brother Stoic. In a sense, you own it. Because guess what? Your tax dollars pay for this shit. Your tax dollars pay every person's salary you see standing out there. See the police standing out there? Your taxes are going to pay for their salary. That nice old home that they probably bought with that policeman's salary, they got that salary because of you. The people inside that building, their benefits and their big old check, and guess what? You're paying for that. The Constitution trumps all this BS. All these signs and don't film and all this kind of foolishness. They're policies. They're not laws. Remember that. They are policies. They are not laws. But let's hear this again.
Government should know who you are. No. And within minutes, Sergeant McDonough told Reyes he was right and was clear to go inside without a name or identification.
With anything you need, you just got to go through the security thing, and
okay.
You're welcome to go in there.
All right. Thanks, Sergeant.
Come on in.
Appreciate it.
Now, before the sergeant got there, you know, these freaking Keystone cops that's out there, you know, telling them a bunch of BS and giving them attitude because, you know, they hate that he's out there filming. You know, they don't like that, right? You know, they don't like that. Even though they're wearing body cams themselves, they hate the fact that you're filming, which makes no sense. But his underlings were there and, you know, they didn't know the law. They're adhering to some policy that they have pinned somewhere or on that sign that you see to the right. So the first thing they do when they come there is jump on the side of the other county workers. You hear the cop out there talking, oh, well, you know, it's their policy, you know. The government needs to know who you are when you're looking for information, which is a fucking lie. That's not true. They don't deserve to know who you are. You're in public. Even in that building, you're considered being on public property inside the building, copper. But we continue.
Plus, it's a little warmer in here, you know?
Plus, it's a little warmer in here, he said.
Thank you. Where's the city clerk? I mean, the county clerk?
They're gonna help you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Hi. What was?
See? This is what was supposed to happen at first. And these auditors, man, they are they always they do this kind of stuff just to prove a point for the most part, right? And I say again, people are probably saying, oh man, why are they doing this? Oh, they should. They're doing this because they are exercising their rights. They are exercising their rights in this fucking country. Rights that all of us have. You have them. I have them. Now, of course, a lot of us, we don't exercise them, right? We don't care about them. You know, we too busy. We're working. We're taking care of our family. We're doing other shit. But does it make it any less important, folk? It doesn't. Because when you're talking about people who work for the government, especially police, they count on the fact that you do not know your rights. People who work for government in these county buildings, in these town buildings, in these state buildings, they too count on the fact that you don't know your rights. You aren't aware of your rights. And they also do not realize that their policies does not trump your rights. It doesn't. It doesn't. Policy does not trump your rights in public. They can only pull that crap when it's private. If it's a private company, then their policies mean something. But a public entity, most of their policies mean nothing, especially when they're juxtaposed to your constitutional rights. But we continue.
Your name?
Joanne.
Joanne, nice to meet you, Joanne.
Nice to meet you. What can we help you with today?
I just wanted to do a FOIL request.
Reyes got the information he needed, and before the police left, Sergeant McDonough offered this.
You're exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome.
Correct.
You're exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome.
Correct. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Sergeant.
You're exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome.
Correct. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Sergeant.
The cop said, you're exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome. You see that cop standing there to the right? See, that's a decent cop. All right? His underlings I don't know about. But this cop is a decent cop. He said, yeah, you're exercising your rights. See, some police don't believe you have any fucking rights. Yeah, you don't have any rights. I'm a cop, so because I'm here, you don't have any rights to anything. Because I'm here. Me being here trumps your rights. And that, good folk, is BS. That, good folk, is a fucking lie. Especially when you're not committing a crime. See, that's the thing. See, you can exercise your rights when you're not doing anything illegal. See, how many rights you have gets a little cloudy. It gets a little cloudy when you're doing illegal shit. But if you are not doing anything illegal, man, you have every fucking right to exercise your rights because you're not doing anything illegal. And I think what happens is often we find ourselves trying to exercise rights in the process of breaking the law. Because, see, that's when it gets a little cloudy. You're in the process of breaking the law. Now, mind you, even though you may be breaking the law, you still have certain rights. But the fact that you're breaking the law fucks up some of those rights. It clouds it a little bit. It gets a little cloudy when you try to exercise your rights while you're in the midst of breaking the law. Because once you're arrested, you have something called Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. All of that. Those are rights, man. Those aren't policies. Those are rights. But if you're not doing anything illegal, man, you can exercise all the rights you want. See, that's what jams up those so-called sovereign citizens. You ever seen those sovereign citizens? They riding around with a piece of notebook paper on their license plate of their truck. And they got written on it, "No one shall impede me from traveling freely." They got that written on it in magic marker. The car has no insurance. They don't have a license. The car isn't registered. And they get pulled over and they start running that sovereign citizen shit. And they got one of those sovereign citizen fucking IDs that they got from the sovereign citizen attorney general. Or they say they get caught with a bag of dope and they say, "You can't arrest me. I'm a sovereign citizen." You ever see those people? Now, see, that sovereign citizen crap only works if you're not doing anything illegal. That's why I told y'all that these people are sort of like sovereign citizens. But see, these people that do this are more of constitutionalists. All right. And I think Brother Stoic had mentioned that. They're more like constitutionalists. But see, the reason why they can pull this is because they're not doing anything illegal. In fact, arresting him for doing this would be considered a illegal detainment. Because some of these guys have been arrested for this, and guess what? They always beat the case. Because technically they're not doing anything illegal. A cop getting frustrated with you is not cause for you to be arrested. That's not a charge. Frustrating a police officer is not a fucking charge. There's no law against that. But what happens is they get a cop who woke up on the wrong side of the bed that morning and they mess around and they get arrested. But they always end up beating the case. But let's go back to the sovereign citizens. Because the sovereign citizens run this kind of stuff, right? "Oh, I'm a sovereign citizen. You have no authority over me, blah, blah, blah." And in a sense, they're right. If they're not doing anything illegal. Exactly, Brother Taylor. That sovereign citizen crap don't fly if you operate in a car on a public highway. Yeah, doesn't work. Doesn't work. That's why I said they riding down the road in their car with a damn a piece of loose leaf paper with "You shall not impede my right to travel" on it. And when they get pulled over, they start running that "I'm a sovereign citizen, you don't have no authority over me." They usually end up leaving in handcuffs. No driver's license. The car ain't insured. It's not registered. And you got a piece of damn notebook paper as a license plate. Yeah. 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 Cut a piece of cardboard off a cereal box and just write some gibberish on it. And sometimes they will go to the court with that "I'm a sovereign citizen, you don't have any authority over me" nonsense. And it gets them nowhere. That sovereign citizen stuff only works if you're not doing anything illegal. That's a fact. If you're doing something illegal, you can run that sovereign citizen crap all you want. You're still going to hear these words: put your hands behind your back. Yeah, you're going to hear, put your hands behind your back, sir. Yeah. So for you sovereign citizens out there who think you can do illegal things, and when the cops approach you about said illegal thing, don't even run that sovereign citizen stuff. Just put your hands behind your back. Because it's not going to stop you from getting arrested, man. It's not. But let's continue.
You are exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome. Yes, finally, a police leader who gets it.
Hey, Sergeant.
You are exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome. Yes, finally, a police leader who gets it. Kudos to Sergeant Thomas McDonough, the Nassau County Police Department, because even though an officer below him showed a bad attitude and county building security clearly didn't give a damn about the Constitution, Sergeant McDonough understands the importance of protecting our rights, even when it may seem strange or inconvenient. As long as there are police like Sergeant McDonough and auditors like Sean Paul Reyes, there is reason to be hopeful about the future. The relationship between law enforcement and the public does not have to be adversarial.
Yeah. See, that cop understood what was happening. All right? He understood it. And y'all need to get down there, man, and check out Sean Paul Reyes, man. He does good stuff. His channel is called Long Island Audit. All right? It's called Long Island Audit. Y'all need to get down there and check it out, man. He does good stuff, man. I watch I watch quite a bit of his stuff, man. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll put it in the chat. So y'all can go and check it out, man. Because I also watch somebody called Big Nick South Florida Accountability. Y'all need to check out my man Big Nick too. Matter of fact, let me go see. Let me see what Big Nick got going on. Let me see what Big Nick got going on. Let me see what Big Nick got going on. Did he upload something today? I don't think he did. I don't see anything. Yeah, y'all definitely want to check out Big Nick, man. Big Nick goes in on him though. You know, Big Nick goes in on him while he's doing what he's doing. I don't think Big Nick uploaded anything today. I don't think he did. Don't think he did. Let me see. Let me punch in Big Nick channel. Let me see what he's got. See what he got going on. Let me see what Big Nick got going on. Let me see. Let's see what you got going on here, Big Nick. Let's see. And it kills me when he pulls up on black people and they, I mean, they just be, sometimes, man, some of the black folks, man, they worse than anybody else. They worse than anybody else. All right. Let me go ahead and show y'all. I'm going to show y'all a clip of Big Nick. Show y'all a clip of my man Big Nick. And actually, I had Big Nick on the show a while back, man. Yeah. Big Nick was actually on my show. Oh, I guess it was about a year ago. He was actually here. I need to try to get old Big Nick back, man. Is what I need to do. Yeah, he was actually here. You know, but everybody's been here. They've all been on the T.P.O.T. YouTube page. You know. All right, here we go. Here we go. Fair use, Big Nick. Don't flag my shit. Don't flag my shit, Brother Nick. Don't flag my shit. I think this one here, he was at some public building and they were trying to get him to leave, but we're going to go into it. Let's go. Fair use.
Zay?
I said, where are you from?
Earth.
Because, sorry, don't video me, please.
Now, you see this brother, right? He come right, oh, don't video me. It's probably 50 cameras in that building that he just walked out of. He probably gets filmed a 1,000 times a day. But notice how he walks out with the hand up.
Why not?
No, don't video me now.
If you're talking to the cameraman, you're going to get videos.
Just told you don't video me now. You here to see somebody, sir?
Oh, I don't answer questions.
Are you here to see somebody?
I don't answer questions.
All right, then I'll have to call the police.
What's the crime?
You're not here to do video.
So you calling the police on the black man? You know what happened when you call the police on black people?
You want to see it? Have you met him before? No. I don't know. How may we help you, sir? How can we help you?
You security. You can't help me. You just security.
I'm not secure. I work here.
Huh.
How may I help you?
I don't know why he's.
If he doesn't have a good vision here, then just let him have.
I don't. This is a public building, right? This is a public building, right?
Yes, but no.
So he needs to know that the public.
Nobody is allowed in visitors in.
We don't allow cameras. You have to tell us your vision why you are here.
No, I don't. That's not how the Constitution works. This is a public building. I have the right to come in and record.
Well, okay, you can come and do whatever you want to do.
I know.
We need your ID.
No,
we need to
know
the reason why you are here.
I don't have to give up my Fourth Amendment, my rights in order for you. Yeah, thank you. See that? She knows what's going on. You don't know nothing. Get back to work. Get back to work. Get back to work. Get back to work. Ma'am, I'm a journalist. This is a public building.
No, but who you here to see? I have to call them.
The building. I'm here to see the building. I'm not here to see anybody.
You can't see the inside of the building. You have to see the outside.
Okay.
This is a state building. This is not a public building.
No, that's a very public building.
That's a lie. It belongs to the state. It is still public property. All right? That's a lie. It belongs to the state. It's public, lady. See, this is the crap they pull. All right? Because see, they don't know. These people don't know what they're talking about. Oh yeah, he is, brother Taylor. Yeah, Big Nick is kind of an agitator. I got to get Big Nick back on here, man. I mean, I got to get him back on here, man. He's actually a great guest. If y'all look through my files, y'all will see. I actually interviewed Big Nick. I don't know. I don't remember if it was in 2021 or 2020, but he was here. He was here. I'm gonna get him back here.
The public is working here. The public funded. No, I can come inside too. It's open to the public. Wait, listen. I'm only doing this because I can.
No, I know, but I can't be recorded and I can't be involved, so I need the inside gotta not be recorded. It's a state building.
Right. That's what gives me the right to do it because it's a state building.
You heard that? That's what gives him the right to do it. Because it's a state building. Because it's a state building, he can do it. It belongs to the state. That means it belongs to everybody. It's public property. It is not private.
Okay, so we could do it outside, not inside, because we have officers up here and stuff, and they're handling stuff.
Okay, but they're public employees, and the public get to come out and see what's going on. I'm not doing nothing I can't do.
Okay, but I'm trying to do my job, and you're not letting me do my job.
You are doing your job. You're securing the building. You're making sure you're observing and reporting, but you can't tell people they can't come inside a public building.
This is a state building.
It's a public building.
You have to have an appointment. This is not a public building for the public. You have to have an appointment.
Listen to this woman. Oh, this ain't a public building. This is a state building. So what I'm talking about, man, it's like unreal.
For the public, right?
Yes. You have to have an appointment for somebody you're coming here to see.
No, I'm not here to see services. I'm just here to record building. I'm getting some information.
Yeah. About something about
Right, and I have a right. Let them know Smith v. Cumming was a precedent that was held in the United States District Court, federal court.
Y'all look that up. Smith v. Cummings. Look that up. Y'all will see the law. Look that up.
Right. I have a right to come out and record my public officials in the course of their duties. I also have a right to record inside of any public-owned property, as long as I'm not in any restricted areas. I don't know why y'all making it so difficult. But I like your demeanor. I like how you remain calm. Thank you.
I think they eventually called the police too. Let me see. I'll zoom ahead a little bit.
Gun owners know the total concealment.
Damn commercials. Let me see. No, they didn't call the police on this one. They usually call the cops, though. Yeah, brother, adult supervision. She's private security, but she's private security at a public building, which means her salary is being paid by the state. Her job is to secure the building. She cannot claim that it's a private business just because she works for a private
Hey,
security
I got a question
company.
for you. I have one question for you. Mind if I ask you one question? If you find out you're wrong, will you apologize for doing what you're doing? Would you apologize if you find out you're wrong?
I'm not gonna apologize.
Even if you're wrong, you're not gonna
You
apologize?
have to tell me your mission while you are here.
I don't have to do anything, buddy.
I have to see your ID.
You don't have to see my ID to be on
I
public
have to
property.
see your ID. I have to know your mission in this building.
So,
this is a state building.
If they tell you you're wrong, will you apologize? Will you be a man and apologize?
You didn't tell me the reason why it's here.
I'm a journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay, let's zoom out.
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with Smith v. Cummins would give me the right to record all government officials in the course of their duties as long as I'm not in any restricted areas?
Yes.
Okay. Can you let your supervisor, can you let your security know that it's a very dangerous task to call the police on a black man walking around in public because I don't want to be George Floyd or any other ones?
No, I understand that, but if it's a state building and you come to the state building with a security, you just need to say, hey, you know.
Right, that's if you're requiring services. But I don't have to check in with security to exercise a right. I have a right to do so.
No, but there's public place with there are restricted place within the facilities.
But I wasn't in any restricted places. I was all in public accessible places. They'll tell you I didn't go in any restricted places. But I'm not going to give up my Fourth Amendment right just so this security guard can say he did his job. I have a right to be here. I have a right. I have a right to come out and enjoy this public property, which I pay taxes for, to make sure that everything is okay out here.
Well, this security says that you were going to all different areas throughout the buildings. You know?
Yeah, all public accessible areas.
And that's not necessarily allowed.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. because I don't know if you were listening. I said I was in the building to the public accessible areas. If the public can't be there, I wasn't there. And they can't tell you different. It's all on video.
Okay.
All right?
What's the purpose of it?
I'm a journalist. I'm gathering some content for a story that I'm working on.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. You were just on the first floor, though, correct?
I was.
Okay, so you were just taking pictures on the first floor, and then that was about it.
I had no intentions of going to anyone's private office or any unrestricted areas.
No, but like you said, you were just on the first floor.
I was just on the first floor, and now I'm in the courtyard. I'm in the courtyard, and I just went and viewed the parking lot.
It's gone to the parking lot as well.
Right, which is a public parking lot. Stop sucking your teeth at the public. That's very disrespectful, man. You're working here on the public dime. Be professional. All right?
You're not professional. If you're professional, you meant to show
I don't
me
have to
ID.
be. I don't have to be professional. You're not paying my salary. I'm paying your salary.
You're not paying your salary, man.
I'm a taxpayer. You get paid from tax credit.
You need to show me your ID.
I don't need to show you.
To know your mission
I don't
while
need to
you
show
are
you
here.
anything. And don't yell at me. I'm not going to tell you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. Be safe. I told you. I'm your boss too. Call me boss too. I am. I'm a taxpayer. You get paid by tax. Yeah, that's because you don't understand how I work. You don't understand how I work. But as long as I pay my taxes, I give you employment.
I pay my own taxes.
But you get your taxes back. You pay your taxes for my taxes.
You call the police?
Good. Now, if something happened to your brother, you're not going to feel no type of way, huh? If something happened to your brother, you ain't going to feel no type of way, huh? Because I'm not breaking the law. But if they come out here and kill me, then it's just gonna be, okay, well, I did my job. He wasn't breaking the law. Y'all the worst kind of my people.
You see, man, I mean, that's the thing, man. See, Big Nick is different. He's different than Long Island Audit. Big Nick be fucking with him. See, Big Nick be fucking with him. You know, he fucks with him a little bit. You know, he kind of agitates them a little bit. You know, he fucks with them. You know, he gets under their skin. You know, and they don't like it. You know, they don't like it, but there's not a lot they can do about it. All right, there's not a lot they can do about it, man. There's not a lot they can do about it. There's just not. There's nothing they can do. They just got to kind of suck it up. They have to suck it up. They have to suck it up. They have to suck it up, man. Exercising his rights is what he's doing. He's exercising his rights. Now, I know some people look at it and be like, why you doing this? Why you messing with people? Why you messing with the police? And okay, I got another one, y'all. Here, check this out. This is another one from Big Nick. Hold on, let me bring it up. This is another one from Big Nick. And I know y'all probably want to come up here and talk about this, right? Let's just run one of these here. Fair use. Don't flag my shit, Big Nick. Don't flag my shit. Here we go.
If they're not home, leave a note.
You know you're obstructing my investigation. Right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're running your mouth when we're looking for a bad guy. What's your name,
So
sir?
I'm way over here.
What's your name, sir?
I'm way over here. I'm nowhere near your investigation. You chose to come talk to me. What's your name?
What is your name, sir?
What is your name?
What is your name, sir?
Emerson?
Yes.
What is your badge number?
I don't have a badge number. Let me see your ID, sir.
You're not getting my ID. I haven't broken the law. Florida Penal Code 901.151.
Don't make up penal code.
51.
Don't make up penal code.
Florida Penal Code 901.151. Don't make up penal code.
Now you see here what Brother Nick just cited, right? Florida Penal Code 901.151, stop and frisk law. This section may be known and cited as the Florida Stop and Frisk Law. Whenever any law enforcement officer of this state encounters any person under circumstances which reasonably indicate that such person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a violation of the criminal laws of this state or the criminal ordinance of any municipality or county, the officer may temporarily detain such person for the purpose of ascertaining the identity of the person temporarily detained and the circumstances surrounding the person's presence abroad, which led the officers to believe the person has committed or was committing or was about to commit a criminal act. But we continue.
That's not a made-up penal code.
Have a good day, sir. Keep going. Have a good day.
I'm operating. I'm not. You came up to me.
Operating.
In my official media capacity. Are you want to hinder my? You want to violate my Bain Act?
Your bayonet. Are you making the threat?
Do you want to violate the Bain Act? The Bain. That's when you, as a public official, is trying to stop me from exercising the First Amendment activity. Now you're walking up on me. You're trying to intimidate me. Oh, you're touching me. Don't do that.
You're blocking the sidewalk.
So are you. Don't touch me for something you're doing. Please go back to work. I'm not paying you to come harass me.
Big Nick said, I'm not paying you to harass me.
Please go back to work and look for a criminal. I can say what I want to say. It's a freedom of speech.
What amendment is that?
First one. Now, I will learn you more if you want to know. Just like me recording this.
Learn me something.
Yeah, I'm going to learn you something. Because you obviously can't be taught, so I'm going to learn you. What is your badge number?
I don't have a badge number.
Okay, well, leave a note to them people if they're not home. Hurry up. Hurry up.
I already said hello.
Hurry up. Kick rocks. You're dismissed. Remember that. You're going to learn today. You can't intimidate the public. You came all the way back over here. I'm still the public. You should have been arrested a bunch of times. Hey, since you engaged me, can I have your name and your badge number? Since you engaged me, can I have your name and your badge number?
Identification, sir.
Have I broken the law? Have I done anything wrong? Have I done anything wrong? What's your name and your badge number?
Captain David Wheeler. I need to see your identification,
Are you familiar with the Florida Penal Code on presenting ID?
I am.
Commission of a crime, committed a crime, or about to commit a crime. Which have I done?
Suspicious activity, sir.
That's not a crime. Is that a misdemeanor or felony? Is that a misdemeanor or felony? Is that a misdemeanor or felony?
Loitering and prowling, sir?
I know the loitering laws. I'm not loitering. I'm actually conducting a business. So come up with something else. I'm not prowling, haven't entered your property. So let's try another intimidation practice.
It's not an intimidation practice, sir. I like to know who you are.
Yeah, well, you don't need to know who I am. Lieutenant, why are you, or captain, or whoever you are, why are you approaching me aggressively like this? I'm a citizen. Do you understand that? Do you respect citizens in Florida? Why are you being so aggressive with me? Can you please back up? You have a weapon. I have no weapons. Can you please back up? You're intimidating me, sir. I'm starting to fear for my life. Can you please back up?
You're not fearful. Thank you. Not yet.
Not yet? Is that a threat?
No, absolutely not.
Oh. I'm talking, why are you so close? I'm a journalist gathering content for a story, which is a constituted protected activity. First Amendment, you ever heard of it?
I see some journalists.
You don't need to see it. I'm independent. That's the freedom of press. Anything else you'd like to learn about the law? Anything else you'd like to learn about the law? You're intimidating me, sir. I don't appreciate it.
I don't know about y'all, but I love this kind of shit. I don't know about you good folk, but I love this kind of shit, man. I love this kind of shit because we used to run into this shit early on when we started out, because y'all know that, I used to be in radio, years ago. And back in those days, the T.P.O.T, well, actually T.P.O.T was the T.P.O.T Media Group. And there was, I don't know, 8 of us, 9 of us at the time, right? And we would go and we would film, we would film things. And we would run into this. we would run into this kind of crap where, you know, the cops asking us what we doing, what we filming, and all this kind of crap. But see, the difference between me and, you know, people like Long Island Audit, you know, people like that, the difference between us and them is everybody from the T.P.O.T media group had one of these, right? We all had press passes. In fact, 2 of them, all right, that hung around our necks. Notice I still have mine. It actually got to be renewed. I think it's up like the end of this year, I believe. But, you know, we all had press passes, right, with our photos on it, right? These right here we got. You can see, fucking light's kind of bad, but you can see that's me on there, right? The T.P.O.T media group. And on the back, you know, we had the T.P.O.T. I probably need to update the shit, but T.P.O.T media group. It had the address and all that shit on there. Our contacts, who to return this to if you found it. Okay. We all had these. So they really couldn't fuck with us like that, you know, because we all had media credentials. Like I said, I still got mine. You know, I even got one like for my wife. My wife has one with her picture on and all that shit, even though her ass don't do shit. But even though she don't do shit, she's got one of these too. So when we go to events and shit like that, we don't have to worry about no problems. Like when we go to, because we went to see Dr. Umar a couple times down here. And, you know, we all had these on. This shit gets us into Dr. Umar's events free. Yeah, we breezed right on up in there for nothing. Yeah, we breezed right on in. So yeah, it's always good to have this kind of stuff, folks. Especially if you out there, you taping, or you know, you one of those like independent journalists and shit. And these right here, these are the T.P.O.T press passes, right? And they're official, right? You got this on, you're down with T.P.O.T. This is an official press pass, right? This right here, you can actually order. These you can actually order. You can actually order these. This is a constitutional press pass. You can literally order this. Won't cost you anything, right? Won't cost you nothing. In fact, now you probably can get them printed out online by now. You can probably get them printed out online. And guess what? It is valid. Very much so. It's just as valid as this one. All right. These are my press credentials. I can literally put this on my neck, right? Put it on my neck. And I'm credentialed press when I have this on. All right. It won't hurt to have this, brothers. It won't hurt. Because guess what? You pull this out, you'll find yourself access to places that other people won't have access to. Yeah. Yeah, you will. But we're going to watch a little bit more of Big Nick here, and then we're going to, I guess we're going to talk about it. I don't know. But let's go.
That. Not intimidating. You are. Can you please stop approaching me then? I didn't approach you. Ask you for your name and your badge. You can.
If I feel like walking right toward your phone here.
If you touch me, it's an assault.
It is. It would be a battery if I touched you, wouldn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So let's not do that. Let's not do that, Captain. I'm sure you respect. I'm sure you love your qualified immunity.
What's going on?
Just recording. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what his intimidation tactic is. Hey man, come on, what's with the tyranny, man? This is America. Did you take an oath to the Constitution?
What's your name, sir?
Did you take an oath to the
Can I
Constitution?
have your name?
You can call me Daddy.
Daddy, can I have your name?
Daddy. Or good citizen. Which one do you prefer?
Good citizen.
But I really would prefer if you back up. You're armed. You have all type of weapons on you. I have none. I have a camera. I don't want to get shot 20 times. Please. I don't know that. Neither of the other people think it was going to happen, but it did, didn't it? So please stop trying to intimidate me. Follow your oath, sir. Honor your oath. Please honor your oath. You're going to be a YouTube star, sir.
Good.
Yeah, okay. So they can see how Fort Lauderdale treats its citizens. Especially the law. You don't have to fight. It's not Germany. It's not Nazi Germany. There's no papers, please, here. You don't have to understand who I am.
9/11 changed everything in this
9/11 didn't change my constitutional rights.
No, it sure
It didn't change the 4th Amendment.
Fair use.
What's your name and your badge number?
3199.
Thank you.
Hey,
What's your name and your badge number?
Hold on. What's your name, sir? What is your name?
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Well, they want to trespass for you, which they have the right to do
Right.
off their train.
So I don't need to get my name
I'm
for
trying
a
to
warning.
talk to you.
All right.
First of all,
I don't want to talk though.
They need your
What's your name?
identification.
No.
They for the form. Yes, they do.
No,
By
they
law.
told me to leave. I left. By law,
By
I
law.
left.
By law,
You
they
can
want
warn
to-
me.
I need your information to put in my system.
No, I'm not. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Trespassing. And I'm asking you for your information so I can write into
What
my
crime?
system.
Articulate a
Trespassing
crime.
from the train station.
Okay, they told me to leave and I left. So what crime did I commit?
You have to provide
Absolutely not.
that.
901.151 stays
Give me
different.
your name, please.
Florida Penal Code stays different.
I'm asking for your name.
Okay.
Name and date of birth, sir.
I'm not giving you my name.
What is your name and date of birth?
What's your name and your badge number?
Don't give it to them.
You have to.
No, I just get you mine.
You're
I'm the
making
primary
contact.
officer. I'm the primary officer.
Okay, so why are they here?
Because they're my backup.
Okay,
And I'm the
I need their
primary-
names.
My
In case you violate my rights, I need to know
I'm asking
who to
for your ID for
contact.
their form.
And I'm not
There's
giving
gonna be
it.
Sergeant
They
here.
asked me to leave. They asked me to
They
leave,
don't
and
want
I
you back
left.
there at all.
Okay, so you don't need my information. So you don't need. No, I'm not giving them my information. Florida Penal Code 901.
See this?
Florida Penal Code
See
says
this?
I don't care.
It states that you need to provide them.
First, you need to warn me, which you're doing now, and I'm not on
I
it.
have nothing to do with
Good.
They
So
want-
I'm not. You can't force
I
me to
can
give
warn
them.
you. Hold on, let me talk.
You can't force me to give my
I
ID
can
without
warn you
breaking the
in
law.
system. Well, when the police officer asks for identification,
That's
you
not
have
what
to
Florida
identify.
Penal Code 901 Stop 151 states.
Yeah.
It states suspicion of a crime, about to commit a
You
crime,
want
or have
anything
committed a
like
crime.
that?
You can pat me, but you can't search me. I do not agree to any illegal searches and seizures.
That's fine. You're going to sergeant on the street.
Okay, good.
Do it for you. You can hold your phone.
Am I being detained?
Well, right now, yes, you are.
For what crime?
For trespassing.
Okay.
You're gonna trust my investigation.
I'm not respectful. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I need the sergeant, please.
Sergeant, come, sir.
Thank you.
Please
First of all, why are you
dispatch
so loud? Back up a little bit.
I'm right here.
Okay, but back up a little bit.
Because you're right next to me.
No, you
And I
walked
need
up to
them-
me.
first of all,
Okay,
I
I'm going to
got
step
you.
a step
There you
back.
go. There
I'm
you
going to
go.
take a step back.
That's
Now, am I being detained?
Yes, you're still being detained for questions of what took place on the train.
And since I'm being detained, then at this point, I like to assert my Fifth Amendment
Oh my
privilege.
God. What took place on the train that they didn't want to trespass for you? That's what we're asking.
I don't know. Investigate them.
I did. I talked to her. But I want your side of the story. Instead of,
I don't have a side.
There's two sides of the story, right?
I don't have a side. I don't answer questions, buddy.
You don't answer questions?
No.
Okay, but you have to provide ID. When police
No,
want
I
to do
don't.
For an investigation, yes, you do.
Suspicion of a crime, about to commit a crime,
Well,
have
you're gonna
committed a
start- you
crime.
can have it with them and-
901.151.
I know what it is, sir.
I'm an activist.
I know.
And you know I don't have to give you my
I
information.
see.
You know I don't have to give you my information. So all that, when the
You
police...
have, first of all, you have to give your name for the form for them.
No, I don't,
for their
because
system.
no, they asked me to leave and I left. I know the law. I'm very well versed in the law.
Okay.
They told me to leave and I left.
Okay.
So that's my
Very
warning.
versed.
I'm very versed
So
in the
when
law.
police ask you, they want to put you in the system, so when we have to deal with you again, if we do, it's already there, sir.
Then that's when you get it. If I break the law, that's when you get
But
it.
no, we put it now, so...
No, I don't like giving my name to the government for nothing.
How do you get checks? Or paid, stuff like that,
I
right?
said
It's
for
not-
nothing.
For nothing, but for anything, right? So
I don't like giving my information to the government for just randomly.
Stop yelling at me.
I can yell, I can talk, freedom of speech.
I'm asking you to stop yelling at
Do
me.
you feel threatened?
I kind of do.
Okay, then you can go.
I can't go, honestly.
You can go.
Believe me, I wish I could. It'll be a resolved issue.
Where's the sergeant? I want to talk to the
Sergeant's over
sergeant.
there.
Call the sergeant.
He's coming to talk to you.
Because I'm being illegally detained right now.
Are you really?
I'm telling you, man, I love this kind of crap, man. Man, I wish I had that tape, man, when I was in New York, man, back in upstate New York, man. This was like, I think it was 2012, man. Shit was crazy, man, what these cops did. I mean, what these cops did was insane. I gotta could you run and get my my other laptop. Get my other laptop out the den. That video might be in there. Run over there and get it for me, okay? Because I have one of these videos where I got into with the police, and I made a video about it and all that kind of shit. I gotta find it, man. I might even have it on DVD. And get one of the little fellas to run and get my other laptop. It might be in there. But we continue.
Have you provided your name and your information?
I don't have to, and you know that. That's why I'm not in cuffs. That's why you're not taking me to. I'm not giving up my information.
It's not my headache, dude.
Okay, then why are you still here?
Don't get the information they need.
Okay.
That's when you're in a system myself for contact, and you don't want to do that.
No.
You want to elevate it to somewhere else.
I'm not elevating. You're going to elevate it. All you have to do is follow the law.
I am following the law.
No, then they follow 901.151. Follow Penal Code 901.151. Follow Penal Code 901.151.
Sir.
You know what that states, right? What crime have I committed?
Well, you were causing a disturbance on the
I didn't cause a disturbance. They did. They asked me to leave, and I got off. I followed their rules.
The information for their report, sir.
Okay, but no, that's not how the law works.
You're not in my law. You're not in my law.
Okay, so why are you trying to force me to give them my information when I don't have to?
Report, sir.
She can just put a good citizen.
Good citizen?
For her to
You say
report
good citizen? Okay, so when the police get involved, I can identify you for purposes. Yes.
Not unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
I can suspect you of creating disturbance on a train.
No.
Yes, I can.
You can't. I didn't.
I
didn't. According to me, I didn't.
So let me say,
so their word is more powerful than mine?
You wouldn't tell me the story. I asked you what happened.
I'm telling you now, I didn't create a disturbance.
Okay.
I'm telling you now, I didn't create.
I asked you.
There's no explaining. Do what you want to do. They can lie on a sworn statement.
Okay. Here's the sergeant. You can talk to him. You want to start? We're good. You want to talk to him?
Sir, this guy does this all the time.
I shake your hand, Sergeant. So you're not gonna say man, Sergeant? You're not gonna say Hanson. What's the badge number, Hanson?
3065.
Thank you.
Hanson, 3065.
Let your dog know.
I'm not a dog, number one. I'm not a dog, number one.
Let your dog know.
I'm not a
that
dog,
he can't
number
attack
one.
me.
You
Look at
understand?
it.
I'm not a dog.
Hey, back up on the taxpaying law-abiding citizen.
I'm an officer.
Do not intimidate a law. You're not acting like a law. You're not acting like an officer. No, you trying to demand me to give my information to them.
They need it for their report.
I don't care, and I'm telling you, you're trying to. That's not true, Sergeant. You know what he said, Sergeant? When the officer asks me my name, I have to give it to him.
If you're being detained, you are.
Yeah.
No, I have to be legally detained.
But you do this so often, we actually know who you
I have to be lawfully detained.
I'll give it to the system. Have a nice day.
Lawfully detained.
Stay out of my face.
I'm not in your face. You just came right here. Look. See how your feet move and kick rocks.
They call this the walk of shame. I don't even know what the hell this is. I don't know what this is.
I hit the wrong button. I was trying to get rid of something else. X out the live stream. I apologize.
I promise y'all, I'm going to get Big Nick back up here. I'm going to get him back up here. I promise. As a matter of fact,
hey man, hey, I tell you what, this dude almost hit me. Hey man, hey, I tell you what, this dude.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna find I'm going to find that and I'm going to put it in the chat, y'all. That interview that I did with Big Nick.
Almost hit me.
I'll let y'all watch this while I look for it.
Hold it. Hit me now. 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 You almost hit me. Hit me now. Why can't pictures? Do it now. I'll beat your ass, boy. What's up? I asked you a question. Nobody's answering. So you almost hit me with your vehicle. I didn't hit you, man. You almost. I moved out of the way. Here we go. Hit me now. I asked you a question.
I don't give a fuck.
Why are you taking pictures for?
Why are you fucking running this guy
I didn't run him over. I asked you a simple fucking question. You playing with the right one. You can't fucking answer. You playing with the right one. I don't have to answer. Why can't you answer me, bro? I don't have to. You almost hit me. But get off the property then. I'm not on your property. Yeah,
your property stops at that gate, dumbass.
Why you be cursing for, bro? Why you almost hit me with your vehicle? Man, I didn't hit you, bro. You almost. No, you were like this, bro. Man, you see me coming? You almost hit me, man. Did you see me coming? You almost hit me, man. Did you see me coming? I would have hurt you bad, boy. Did you see me coming? I would have did something to you, boy. Did you see me coming? I would have did something to you, boy. Did you see me coming? What's going on? You didn't see the dude almost run me over? What are you guys videotaping? We're journalists. We're videographers. We wasn't on your property. We're getting video permission. If you would have hit me, I would have hurt you. Would you ask permission? I would put your hand in my face again because you almost hit me. Do it again. I'm gonna see how bad you are. I'm gonna see how bad you are. Why would you ask for permission? Instead of come up here and film me.
Because right to free press is a right. We don't ask permission to exercise our rights. We're Americans.
What do y'all expect? You come over here with two fucking cameras. That's the first time.
I expect you to come up here and say, hey guys, what are you doing? Not fucking drive 60 miles an hour and almost run the fucking guy over. Dude, come on, I got it on fucking video, bro. I got it on video.
I would have hurt you bad. All right. Yeah, I know it.
We're not on the property. Stop trying to drive people over.
70, you're gonna be my YouTube star, remember?
Yeah, man. Big Nick is off the chain, y'all. He is like off the chain. He is, man. Y'all check out that interview, man, that I did with Big Nick, man. It was in the summer, almost 2 years ago, in the summer of 2019, man. Check it out, man. Me and Big Nick was chopping it up, you know, because y'all know T.P.O.T, man, got a deep, deep reach. So, you know, we talked to everybody, boy. Some of everybody has been up here, y'all. Some of everybody. For this to be such a small channel, some of everybody has been here. All right? Some of everybody. There's not too many people you can think of note that has not been here. And I'm proud of that shit. I'm proud of it. I am proud of it. So if y'all want to come through, man, and chop it up, chop it down about it a little bit, y'all know what to do. The email is properthought@yahoo.com. That's properthought, one word, no caps, @yahoo.com. If you wish to come through and chop it down. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. But if you do, you know how to make it happen. Yeah, man. You know, but the reason why I showed y'all this tonight, man, is because I wanted to give y'all a little understanding of your rights, man. You have rights that a lot of people will not respect. And at times you have to force them to respect them, whether it be the police, inside of a county building or a town building or a state building. Sometimes you may have to exercise your rights. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm not telling you to get out there and do illegal stuff, because that's just stupid. But if you're not doing anything illegal, you have every right to exercise your rights, man. And guess what? Sometimes you exercising your rights makes other people uncomfortable. It inconveniences other people. But their comfortability does not trump your rights. Like I said earlier about the cameraman. And likewise, your comfortability doesn't trump someone else's rights, man. Especially when you're talking about videotaping and taking pictures and all that kind of stuff. I'll say again, man, for the fourth time tonight, you have no expectation of privacy when you're in public. You're in a public place, guess what? People can film you, film your girl, film your kids, film your mama, film your daddy. Ain't shit you can do about it. Because guess what? You knock their camera out their hand and destroy it or hit them. Guess what? You're going to be the one going to jail, not them. Because, see, they weren't doing anything illegal. You did. You did. When you're out in public, there is no privacy. You only have an expectation of privacy inside private settings. Your home, your office, your business. You walking down on Main Street, man, down a public sidewalk, there is no privacy for you. Besides, your ass done got filmed 35 times anyway. But that's the problem, though, right? It's not so much, like I said, it's not so much the camera. We love taking selfies. We love taking pictures of ourselves in stupid ass poses, right? Our Instagram is full of pictures of us, videos of us. Facebook, plenty of videos of us. Some of us, that's all what's up there. There's no pictures of anything else except us. No pictures of our husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, kids, nobody. Just 900 pictures of us. Just 900 pictures of yourself. Don't nobody know what your damn woman look like. Don't nobody know what your damn man looks like. No one knows what your kids look like. Just 900 pictures of you. But if you see somebody walking down the road with a camera filming you, why you filming me? Don't be filming me. Why you got the camera? You Negroes ain't got problems with a camera. You just want to be the one who's holding it. You want to be in charge of the coverage. Because if you had a problem with cameras, we wouldn't see your ass on Facebook, would we? We wouldn't see your ass on Instagram, would we? See, these are the things that we have to understand. Some things you have no control over, man. But you do have control over whether or not you exercise your rights when you're in public. And if you like to get out there and film and videotape, man, feel free to do it. No one can stop you. You're out in public, you're on public property, can't nobody stop you. Because if they do, they're dead ass wrong. And guess what? Whatever you can see, you're allowed to film. If you're standing on a public sidewalk and there's a public building across the street, guess what? You can film, a private building. If you're on a public sidewalk and there's a private building across the street, you can film that private building because you can see it. There's no way for them to trespass your eyes. Whatever you can see from public, you can film. Whatever you can see from public, you can film. You can film people's houses. Shit, Google search does it all the time. Punch an address into freaking Google Maps. You see people's houses all day long. They can't call Google and tell them to take that picture of their house off. They filmed it from a public street. Even your house, your business, your wife, your husband, your kids. If it can be seen from public, it can be photographed. It can be videotaped. It can be filmed. Even though you're on private property, if you are in view and you can be seen by someone who's standing on public property, you can be filmed. And ain't a damn thing you can do about it except get mad or go in the house or go in the back. Hey, you can run out there, you can run out there with your 50 and be like, man, why you filming me? But technically, they're not doing anything wrong. They're well within their right. You're in view. And as long as they're not standing on your property, as long as they're not standing on your lawn while they're doing it, there's nothing you can do, man. Person can stand in front of your house and take all the pictures they want. As long as they ain't on your damn property, you can't do nothing about it. Especially if the road is public. Now, if it's a private road, that's different. Because some of our neighborhoods have private roads, right? Where the road is quote unquote private. I think it's a little different there. But if it's a public street, man, a public roadway, they standing in that road taking pictures, ain't shit you can do about that. Even though they taking pictures of your house, your car, your wife, your kids, your husband, your mama, your pops. Not a goddamn thing you can do about it. But likewise, you can do the same to them. You can stand right in public and take pictures of their house, their mama, their daddy, their kids, their wife, their husband. That's the world we live in, folks. That's the world we live in. Now, I know those things are uncomfortable and inconvenient, but inconvenience and lack of comfort doesn't trump people's constitutional rights, man. It doesn't trump it. What we feel does not trump it. What we think does not trump it. And I know it's a lot of constitutionalist type people out there. And those of you who are constitutionalists, you know I'm telling the truth. Look those rights up. They are there. Why do you think they have cameras on the traffic signals? Cameras on top of buildings? Cameras outside the bodega and the deli? Cameras outside the drugstore, not just inside, but outside too. Because they have the right to do it. I got cameras around my house. It doesn't just film the property, it films whatever comes within the scope of the camera, the frame of the camera. Cars riding by. I got cameras in the back. Parts of my neighbor's backyard are on there because of the wide view of the camera. It doesn't just film my yard, it films other things that fall into the frame as well. It's part of the deal. It's part of the world we live in. You don't want people to see you. You don't want to be on film. Stay in your damn house. And when you do come out, like I said, put one of those burlap potato bags on you and cut the eyeballs out. And just walk around like that. Because that's about the only thing you can do to keep people from filming your ass. And even then, they'll still be able to film you. They just won't know what you look like. You just look like a potato sack. You look like a potato sack with feet. An upside down potato sack with feet is what you'll look like. All right. Y'all saw the guy from Long Island Audit earlier. He exercised his rights, man. Even though the officials were giving him pushback. He challenged it. And he was right. And even the cop had to admit it. He was in the right. And I saw somebody, I think it was Brother Adult Supervision. He asked what was his end game. I don't think there's an end game. If there is an end game, the end game is exercising your rights and challenging people who are trying to stop you from doing so. I think that's the end game. Because people in power, they rely on you not knowing your rights. That's how come a lot of us get taken advantage of and manipulated. Because we do not have the knowledge of our rights. We allow our rights to be violated. You have no idea how many times your rights have been violated by someone. It's something to think about. When you're out there in your travels and doing what you do, man. Look back on some of the moments in your life. Look up your rights, man, your constitutional rights. Were they violated? Did someone violate them? Today, yesterday, last week, last year, 10 years ago? I know I watch these things, man, and it makes me wonder how many times in my life were my rights violated. How many times in the lives of people that I care about were their rights violated? And I know, man, that we concentrate on shit that means nothing a lot, man. We concentrate on a lot of trivial, irrelevant ass stuff. Stuff that means nothing. But I think this is worth concentrating on. I think this is worth thinking about. I think this is worth studying. Because at the end of it all, man, these rights that you saw people exercising tonight, we all have them. It's not just them. It's not just these brothers with these cameras and these microphones, man. It's you too. You could do this if you wanted to. You could do this if you wanted to. These brothers are not anomalies. They don't work for a news organization. They're just regular, everyday people, just like you and I. Because guess what? Those buildings that you seen them going to tonight, those places that you went to tonight, that you saw them go to tonight, guess what? Because they did it at those buildings, if you go there and do it, it'll probably be easier for you now. If you walked into that building where Reyes was tonight in Nassau County, guess what? They wouldn't stop you. You know why? Because he did it already. And you saw the outcome. So in a sense, he made it so you won't even go through that. You can breeze right in there with your camera now. Now, you might hear some old boys or some old boy, one of these people. Yeah, you might hear that, but they're not going to stop you. Because now they understand that they can't. They can't stop you. They cannot violate your rights. That's the point. And I know people ask why, why? That is the why. Just in case you want to exercise your rights, it's good to know that they will not be impeded. Just in case you want to exercise them. And who knows? If you make people in power more conscious about your rights, maybe they will be a little more apprehensive about violating them. All of them. Not just your freedom to record or your freedom to be somewhere. You need all your rights protected. You live in this goddamn country. These rights pertain to you too. These rights ain't just for special people or the people you saw tonight. It's for everyone, including you, including me. If this is something you like to do, let me know. I will send you the information so you can get a press pass. I will send you the information so you can get a press pass. Because I know we live in the world of video cameras and taping and viral videos and all that kind of stuff. Won't hurt to have some credentials. Because guess what? When they're having those riots and those marches and the police come everywhere, they run everybody out of there who don't got credentials. Even though that's illegal too, because they are violating your constitutional right to freedom of the press. But you know, they get on the bullhorn and be like, everybody who's not a credentialed reporter will be arrested. Everybody must leave. If you're not credentialed press, you will be arrested. That is illegal. Because you have a constitutional right to be out there and film. What if they see you out there and you don't have some type of badge on your neck or a badge on your arm or something you can pull out of your wallet? They want to run you away from there, threaten to lock you up. But if you're in one of those war zone cities, which many of us are, and you like to get out there with your video camera and record some shit, hit me up. I'll give you the information so you can get you some credentials. And more than likely, it won't cost you shit. Nothing. Because that is your right. You have a right to do it. And I say again, people with authority, especially people who work for the government and police and all these people, they count on the fact that you don't know your own rights. Your constitutional rights trump whatever BS policy they're spitting at you, especially in public space, in a public place. All right? In public, you have public rights. And they are supposed to respect those rights because they are public servants. You got a right to film them if you want to. As long as you're not encroaching or interrupting or impeding their investigation, you are well within your rights to film them. I think now they've gotten the gist of it in 2022. But if you go back a few years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, why are you filming me? You can't film me. But see, now the police know it ain't shit they could do about you filming them. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Nothing. Because it's your right to film them. Your rights trump their level of comfortability. What they feel, what they think. Your rights trump that. Your rights trump that. And yeah, it sucks for them. It bothers them. Makes them uneasy. But all of that is irrelevant when it comes to your constitutional rights. Your rights are there for a reason. They're there to protect you from illicit moves by a government, from tyranny. And the government has to respect them, whether they like it or not. And anybody who works for the government has to respect them, whether they like it or not. It's not about what they like. It's about right. It's about your right to do something. And I suggest that if you want to exercise those rights, do so. Because guess what? If they violate those rights, you know they can be brought up. They can be brought up on suits for violating your rights. Especially if you're not doing anything illegal. You're not doing anything illegal, man. You got the government by the nuts. They violate your rights. You have them by the nuts. Something to think about, man. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Guess y'all don't want to come through and discuss it. But before we get out of here, you know I got to hit y'all in the head with T.P.O.T's programming notes. Yeah. We're going to go ahead, man, and hit you in the head with some programming notes because we got another show tomorrow, of course. And hold on, let me take this off of here. We do have a show on the tomorrow. Tomorrow, another one of my favorite subjects. I don't know if y'all have read the article of the Southern Baptist Conference. They actually have a sexual abuse task force, and they just released a report about some of the shenanigans of the Southern Baptist Church and what they've been doing, the abuse of children and all that kind of crap. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about it, but we're going to be talking about something we already knew about the church. In fact, that's the title of the stream. What we already knew about the church. Yeah. I'm going to be sharing some articles with y'all, man, and sharing a few stories with you too, man. Some of this stuff's going to blow y'all mind, man. But I've talked to y'all about this kind of crap before. But now the church itself is even admitting the shit it's done to kids. Isn't that something? And guess what? It ain't just white folks in that Southern Baptist Conference. You know, it's a lot of black folks in there too. There's a lot of black folks in there that did some messed up shit to children. Yeah. Yeah. So-called church folk doing all this shit to kids. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it tomorrow. right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. You Negroes know. So make sure you're here, man. I believe we jumping off at 9:15 or 9:30, I believe. This week, Saturday, we're not going to do a ridiculous race game because I'm working on another T.P.O.T investigates. So we probably going to do that on Saturday. I got a good one coming for y'all, man. A good one. Yeah, I got a good one. So stay tuned, man. Keep your eyes open for the thumbnails. All right. All right. So, like I said, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. But I want y'all, man, to understand that for better or for worse, this country does have a constitution. And that constitution ain't just for people who work in government or people who got money or no. No. It's for all of us, man. It's for all of us. It's not just for the police and no. It's for all of us. Those rights are for all of us. All of you. Don't allow them to be violated. Don't let other people's ignorance of your rights give them the power to violate said rights. Because if you give them the power to do that, they will use it. You must know that. They will use it, folks. Don't let them get away with it, no matter who they are. Don't just exercise them boldly with conviction. Because guess what? Especially when it comes to people in like so-called authoritative positions, they absolutely will exercise rights boldly to you if they get the opportunity. But that's all. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. As always, you could have been anywhere on a Wednesday night, man. You decided to be here. It is appreciated. I don't take you good folks lightly, man. I never have and I never will. You got my word on that. Hopefully I will see you good folks tomorrow. And oh, hold up, one more thing. Those of you who run a business like I do, right? I got this thing in the mail today, well, in my email today, and it was about apprentices, right? Now, the one I got was from Wilkes Community College. I guess it's a community college, says here, St. Ash, Allegheny, Wilkes. And they sent me this thing. As a matter of fact, here, I'll share the screen and show it to y'all. And do that before we get out of here. They sent me this, right? And it says, they give you pretty much the explanation. Apprenticeship is an employer-based program that helps workers learn specialized skills needed in today's work environment, combining on-the-job learning and related classroom instruction. Students can earn nationally recognized credentials while employers develop a talented team and close the skill gaps, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I'm going to get in contact with these people tomorrow. I'm going to see what kind of people, and you go down, and it tells you, it tells people how to become an apprentice. It tells you go down here, it'll tell you how to start an apprenticeship, at your business. Here I'm in North Carolina, so it asks, how does North Carolina incentivize apprenticeship? How does apprenticeship, benefit businesses, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to give them a call tomorrow. And I'm going to see what they got. Maybe they can send me a couple of young folks. Hopefully they, they tool savvy. They wear around the toolbox. I might give them a shot. But the reason why I'm pulling this up for you brothers who have businesses, I suggest have an apprenticeship if you don't have one already. This is something I've never tried before. I've had young people come around, but not a formal, apprenticeship type thing, through a college or a university. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to give them a call tomorrow and see what I got to do, and see what I got to do, see what what it entails, and if I have the opportunity to give a couple brothers a shot, I'm going to do it. And I suggest you brothers do it too, man. You got a business, because I know a couple brothers that follow me have their own businesses and whatnot. I think we should go ahead, man, and give some of these young folks a shot, man, especially people who are willing and they're in school and they're trying to learn. And, I think we should go ahead and give them a shot, man. We should go ahead and give them a shot. See what happens. I mean, they're already enrolled in school, so obviously they're interested in not just working, but they're interested in, furthering their education and enhancing their minds and things of that nature. So, I say again, man, I'm going to get in contact with these people tomorrow, see what I got to do, to take part in it. I suggest that you brothers, man, that run a business, man, y'all do the same thing, man. Give a few young brothers a shot. Give a few young brothers a shot, man, because they're already trying. There's one thing about people who are already making the effort. It's different from just some loser freaking guy out there doing whatever. These young folks are actually making an effort. They're already enrolled in school, especially when you're talking about a community college, because the reason why they're probably going to a community college is because they can't afford, going to a big time university or a big time college somewhere or some accredited freaking university somewhere. That's why they're going to a community college. But they're trying. They're doing something with their lives, man. So those of us who are in a position to look out for these young folks, man, I think we should. I'm not here to preach to y'all or nothing like that. But, like I said, I'm going to get in contact with these people tomorrow, man, and see what I got to do, man. See what I have to do to take part in it. I mean, my business is registered and licensed and all that kind of stuff. It's not some fly-by-night operation. So, I'm going to see what I can do to maybe get a couple young brothers in, see what I got to do to take part of it, because I've never done that before. I've never did like the whole apprenticeship thing. Somebody was telling me about it before, but I never paid it any mind. But I got, they sent me this email today. So, they sent me an email, through the business email, not my regular email. They sent it through the business email. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what, man, maybe I should go ahead, man, and take part in this, man. Maybe I should. So that's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to call them in the morning and, find out what's going on. And any of you brothers out there, man, who have a small business or a big business for that matter, if you need information, man, I will gladly pass it on to you once I find out what it takes, you know. Once I find out what it takes, I will gladly pass the information on to you, and, you know, maybe you can give a couple young brothers a shot too. All right? All right. So, with that, I will leave you good folks with 3 words, you know, like I always do. Open your mind. Peaceful. What about this? What about that?
What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?
What about that? What about that? What about this? What about this?
What about that? 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 What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?
What about that? What about this?
What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?
What about that? What about that? About that? What about this? What about this?
What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? What about this? What about this? What about this?
What about this?
What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that?
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.